What if the greatest act of self-love is breaking free from the things that hold you back financially? What's up, everybody? It's your boy, StephenMotivate, back again with another episode of The Journey. And today we want to figure out what's keeping people stuck. What's keeping people stuck? And could it be that what's keeping you stuck is a lack of self-love, right? And we always think that, we're in a society now that everyone's overly indulged with themselves. Look at yourself in the mirror. Look at yourself on Instagram. Look at yourself all the time on social media. But is just because you're looking at yourself, it's maybe not a good indication that you love yourself. In fact, people who look at themselves all the time might be some of the most insecure, some of the most damaged, some of the most unloving people to themselves, most critical of themselves, and unable to really dive deeply into what does it look like for me to love myself. And a good indication of whether or not you love yourself is how you handle your finances. What's up, everybody? Most of you watching are not subscribed. And I understand you got a lot of things coming at you, but there's only one problem. I want to help you build your freedom. And in order to do that, I need you to come on this journey with me. So let's change that today. Hit the subscribe button, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. Now back to the show. The first thing you've got to do is we've got to identify financial traps. Financial traps will keep you stuck and keep you in a rut. If you don't know you're stepping into a trap, then you'll be surprised when you're caught in it. And many times the financial things that we go through, the financial decisions that we make are traps, and they keep us stuck. And we don't realize it until we try to move to the next level. One of the things that keeps us stuck is one income. Having only one income source. It's an old way of being. Back in the day, you could get one job, you could kick your feet up, go to work, have a cigarette, relax, hang out, do whatever you want, go home, do it again the next day. You're going to retire with a pension. You'll have a house that's paid for. Things will be great. Unfortunately, the world has evolved a lot since then. And in some ways good, in some ways bad. The point is that one income now will keep you stuck. If you're relying on one income, we always say that's too close to no income. And that is a potential financial trap. Why would you still in 2025 be living with only one income source? That is an old way of thinking that can keep you trapped financially. Have you ever felt like you were just stuck? Just like you weren't completely free, kind of like in a cage, and you can't do exactly what you want to do or really accomplish the dreams you want to accomplish? Well, I felt that way too, until I learned how to create freedom for myself. And the best part about it, I didn't have to quit my 9-to-5 job. I didn't have to leave my family. I didn't have to forsake all of my friends. I just made simple steps to start really finding out, how can I build freedom for myself? How can I promote myself? How can I make decisions for myself and for my future that I can be proud of? And I want to help you do that. This Fuel Your Freedom Challenge is all about helping you get the tools so you can put the gas behind your dreams, put the pedal behind your hopes and behind your goals. I want to help you do that. I'm excited that you're here. Click the link. Let's get signed up, and I'll see you on the other side. Fuel your freedom. Get ready. Most folks who are living off one income are also in another trap, which is living paycheck to paycheck. That's one problem with one income. You get one paycheck, you spend that up, and then right before you get to the next paycheck, you're basically broke. Your account's at zero. You have nothing to show for the hard work that you've done. And that is where most people in America are stuck at, living paycheck to paycheck. Well, you got to wait till I get paid. I got to wait till I get paid so I can spend that. I got to wait till I get paid. I got to wait because I'm really stuck in a trap of paycheck to paycheck. How do we get out of those traps? Another financial trap is acting like you know. Acting like you know about finances and planning when you actually don't. And why don't you know? It's because you haven't educated yourself. You haven't gotten any information on it. You wouldn't go into a restaurant and tell someone you know how to cook if you don't have any education on cooking, if you have no culinary experience. So in your life, if you truly love and care about yourself and your family, why live life and get money and act as if you know what to do with it when in reality you don't? And it's a trap to stay stuck financially because you will not free yourself through education and planning. You have to get education around, what should I do with my money? How should I plan my money? You've got to be talking to people who are doing it, people who have done it, people who are certified, people who have education, people who have experience. These are all necessary things. And if you're not doing it, the lack of financial education, it's really nothing more than a trap. It's just something that's going to keep you stuck. How much effort are you putting into financial education? And if you're not putting a whole lot, then I can almost guarantee you're not going to be able to find the key to unlock the trap that you're set in financially. So we got to get unstuck. And first way we get unstuck is to identify financial traps. What traps are keeping us stuck, right? And so we talked about in this first segment that relying on one income is a problem, living paycheck to paycheck is a problem, and then the lack of financial education and planning is also a problem. Financial freedom is really a form of self-love, right? Because being free financially really allows you to do what you want to do, what you may even need to do for yourself. A lot of times we look at financial freedom as selfish, but it's not. It's a form of self-love. And you got to be very careful because it is easy to get focused on money and focused on things and focused on stuff and possessions and fall into selfishness. When you really start to journey towards financial freedom, this is an indication that you really love yourself, that you really care about your potential. So we can't look at it as selfish. We have to look at it as self-love. I'm doing something for me that's important for me and my future, my ability to be my best self, to operate and function at my highest level requires me to be free from every trap, including a financial one. Breaking free isn't selfish. It's actually the ultimate honor, an ultimate form of self-love and honor of your potential and what you could be and what you could do and your possibilities. When you take care of your finances, you really tap into who could I be? What can I do? What has God gifted me with that I'm going to take so serious that I'm not going to squander my finances and ruin my potential in the process?
Hey, do you like what you're hearing? If so, let's not stop here. Click the link below and join my email list so I can come and provide you valuable information about your mindset, about the market, about everything you need to build your freedom. Click the link. Let's start today.
You know, when I think about me personally, and I've told this story before, I knew that I needed to have my finances in order when I was expecting my first child. That's when everything changed. It wasn't just about me anymore. It wasn't just that I could have nice shoes or a nice car or a nice dinner date. It was about, I've got a child coming into this world and I've got to take care of them. I've got to pay for them. I've got to buy diapers and I've got to get prepared with car seats. And not only do I have to buy this stuff, I have to learn how to put it together and work it. And all these decisions were coming. And I felt like, man, if I don't get this together, it's going to be bad for myself, but more importantly, for my child. So when you think about, the pressure of being a parent and having a child on the way, it really makes you think about what you need to do and the decisions you need to make to get prepared and be stable and to be ready as much as you can be for their future and making sure they have what they need. And I was in a position where, again, if that didn't happen, the pain of not being a good parent was too much. So I decided I needed to look, I needed to search, I needed to figure out how could I hustle up another way to generate more income. Yeah, I've got a good job, but is that going to be enough? What if I get fired and my kids have to deal with the lights being off or no food in the fridge? That was too much for me. And so I decided that I had to do more. I had to do something else to generate additional income. And that's what I did. I started searching. I started trying to sell things on eBay. I tried to, do things on Facebook Marketplace. I started to look up YouTube videos to learn how can I generate some additional money. And when I did that, that's when I began to stumble upon Turo. That's when I began to stumble upon how to sell more on Amazon and really continue to build my business and another stream. And the more I did that, the better I got at it. And you see today, my kids have not missed a meal. They've probably ate too much, in fact. But I'm grateful. I'm honored that I took the time to try to do something else, to not rest on my laurels, but to take this potential that I have in me and say, how can I tap in? How can I pull out all the potential in me? How can I break free from the traps of only having one income, of only being, slightly caring about money and only thinking about what it can buy for me? I'm so happy that I broke free from that trap because now I live with a different level of freedom, a higher level of peace, and a stronger ambition about what I can do and the potential that I have to dream as big as I can dream and to not be hindered by the traps that most people deal with when it comes to their finances. So I hope that you also learn how to get free from these traps so you can really tap into the full freedom that having a firm financial foundation brings. Look, I hope this helps you as much as it's helped me. There's a few things I want to give to you before we leave. So behind me on the screen is my free side hustle starter kit. Look, if you need help getting into the side hustle arena and really learning how do you even start a side hustle, this is going to be for you. We're going to help you understand the mindset that it takes and actual practical, applicable things you can do to get your side hustle going and growing. And this is a way you can start building your financial freedom. Until next time, it's your boy StephenMotivate. I only ask you to do one thing, and that's to stay motivated. Peace.